Chosen one, listen carefully. What you are about to hear is not by accident. This message has arrived at the perfect time in your life, and it is no coincidence that you are here, right now, receiving it. In the realm of the Spirit, there are no accidents. There is only divine timing, and this is one of those moments when heaven has aligned circumstances so that your path crosses with this message. Take it seriously, because what I am about to share with you has the power to open your spiritual eyes and change the way you walk this journey forever. I want you to pause for a moment and understand something deeply. As a chosen one, you are part of a rare and powerful lineage selected by God Himself. You carry within you a divine spark that the world often fails to recognize, but the spiritual realm knows exactly who you are. And because of this, your journey is unique, filled with trials that most people cannot comprehend, but also filled with a purpose that is greater than you have yet imagined. Recognizing another chosen one is not just about finding someone like-minded. It is about recognizing the divine connection that God has placed in your path for a reason. Before we dive into the steps, I want you to do something small but significant. Comment 777 below if you feel this message is already resonating with your spirit. That number, 707, represents divine alignment and spiritual awakening. It is a sign that you are tuned into this moment and that your spirit is awake to the truth I am about to reveal. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon below. This way, you will not miss any of the prophetic insights and teachings that are meant to guide you on your journey as a chosen one. I am speaking to you as a spiritual elder, as someone who has walked this path for many years. My role here is not to entertain you, but to equip you. Understand that the time has come for you to recognize not just your own identity as a chosen one, but also the presence of other chosen ones who are walking beside you, often silently, carrying their own divine assignments. When chosen ones find each other, their lights combine and their power multiplies. This is why the enemy works so hard to keep you isolated, distracted, and doubtful. But no more. Today, you will learn how to recognize the signs clearly, confidently, and with spiritual authority. Stay with me until the end of this message, because by the time we are finished, you will not only understand the signs, but you will feel them in your spirit. You will begin to notice what you may have previously overlooked, and you will be ready to connect with the souls heaven is aligning with you. Let's begin this sacred journey together. Chosen one, let me take you deeper into the understanding of your sacred path. This is not an ordinary journey, and you are not an ordinary soul. From the very beginning, even before you could speak or understand the weight of your existence, your life was marked by the fingerprints of the divine. You were set apart, chosen by God for a purpose far beyond what the world sees. The moment your soul crossed into this world, the heavens recognized you. The spiritual realm knew that a warrior had entered the battlefield of life. You see, the path of the chosen ones is not a smooth or simple road. It is filled with challenges that seem almost unbearable at times. But those challenges are not punishments. They are divine preparations. They are the fires that refine you, the storms that strengthen your spiritual muscles. While others may walk easier paths, yours was designed to build endurance, wisdom, and unshakable faith. God does not send His strongest warriors into the easiest battles. He places them where the fight is fiercest, where the darkness is deepest, because He knows that within you is the light that cannot be extinguished. From a young age, you probably felt different. Maybe you didn't have the words to explain it, but deep inside, you knew you did not fit into the molds of the world. You may have felt like an outsider, misunderstood by family, friends, even society. But what felt like rejection was actually redirection. The world's inability to understand you was God's way of keeping you separate, preserving you for His greater plan. The isolation you experienced was a cocoon, protecting your growth until the time of your spiritual awakening. And now, you are awakening. You are seeing with clearer eyes, feeling with a deeper heart, and sensing the shifts in the atmosphere around you. This is no ordinary awareness. It is the mark of a chosen one stepping fully into their divine assignment. Spiritual awakening is not just an emotional moment. It is a powerful unfolding of your true identity. It is the lifting of the veil that once blinded you to the spiritual battles waging around you. It is the realization that you are not just a participant in life, but a key player in the divine strategy of heaven. Chosen ones carry a frequency that is rare and unmistakable. When you walk into a room, even before you speak, your presence shifts the energy. Those who are spiritually sensitive feel it immediately. Some are drawn to your light, while others, especially those aligned with darkness, feel threatened by it. This is because your spirit is not silent. It speaks loudly in realms beyond the physical. It proclaims that you are chosen by God, and this recognition stirs reactions in both light and dark places. Understanding this about yourself is crucial, but what is even more important is learning to recognize this same frequency in others. There are other chosen ones walking the earth, just like you. They carry their own scars, their own victories, their own divine missions. When you meet them, there is a spiritual resonance, a silent knowing that passes between your souls. It is as if your spirits greet one another before your mouths have spoken a single word. This recognition is not imagination. It is the Holy Spirit within you bearing witness to the divine identity in them. This is why this message is so vital. The enemy thrives on division and isolation. He wants to keep chosen ones scattered, disconnected, and unaware of each other's presence. But God, in His perfect timing, is bringing His warriors together. He is orchestrating divine connections that will strengthen you, encourage you, and equip you for the battles ahead. As you understand your own path more deeply, you will begin to see these connections not as coincidences, but as confirmations from heaven. Chosen one, you are not alone in this journey. Though the path is narrow and the climb is steep, there are others walking beside you, climbing their own mountains, facing their own storms. When your paths cross, recognize them. Honor the divine within them. Together, you will become an unstoppable force, advancing the kingdom of God in ways the world cannot comprehend. Now that you understand the weight and wonder of your own path, it is time to go deeper. Stay with me, because what comes next will teach you why recognizing another chosen one is one of the most powerful revelations you can receive on this journey. Chosen one, understand this truth with all the weight of your spirit. Recognizing another chosen one is not a small thing. It is not just about friendship or finding someone who shares your interests. No, it is far deeper than that. This recognition is divine. It is a spiritual alignment that heaven itself orchestrates. When two chosen ones cross paths, it is because the timing has been prepared by God. He does not allow such meetings by accident. He brings His warriors together for strength, for revelation, and for divine purpose. You see, the journey of the chosen one is demanding. You carry heavy burdens. There are moments when the weight feels almost too much to bear. Isolation becomes familiar, and battles rage silently within. The world does not see these inner wars, but God does. And because He is merciful, He sends reinforcements in the form of other chosen ones. Their presence in your life becomes a reminder that you are not alone in the spiritual battlefield. You were never meant to fight in isolation forever. When you recognize another chosen one, something shifts inside of you. It is like a divine confirmation echoing in your spirit. Without needing many words, you sense that this person understands the depths of spiritual warfare, the intensity of the calling, and the cost of walking this path. There is a spiritual language that does not require human speech. It is the language of the Spirit, spoken through energy, presence, and divine resonance. Your spirit recognizes their spirit because both were touched by the same hand of God. This is important because there will be seasons in your life when you need this connection more than ever. In moments of doubt, fear, or exhaustion, the presence of another chosen one can reignite your faith. They carry pieces of wisdom you have not yet learned, and you carry revelations they have been waiting for. When you come together, you strengthen each other, filling in the gaps, lifting each other higher, and advancing further on your spiritual journey. Chosen one. This is also why the enemy works tirelessly to keep you isolated. The enemy fears the unity of chosen ones. He knows that when you find each other, your power multiplies. You become like a flame joined with another, burning brighter and hotter than before. Darkness trembles when chosen ones gather, for together they carry the authority of heaven in greater measure. Alone you are powerful, but together you become unstoppable. I want to ask you something, and I want you to answer honestly in the comments below. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt like you had known them forever? Like your souls recognized each other before your minds could even understand it? If you have, write 111 in the comments right now. Let this be a testimony to the power of divine connection. Let it be a sign that heaven is speaking to you even now, confirming this truth in your life. Recognizing another chosen one matters deeply because it is part of your assignment. You are not just here to survive. You are here to build the kingdom, to lift others, and to walk alongside those who carry the same divine fire. These connections will help you endure the storms, sharpen your discernment, and fulfill the mission God has placed upon your life. Stay with me, chosen one. What comes next will open your eyes even wider as we step into the first sign that will help you recognize another soul marked by the hand of God. Chosen one, understand this with the depth of your spirit. Before a word is spoken, before any story is shared, the first way you will recognize another chosen one is by their energy. Energy never lies. In this world, people can disguise their intentions, their words, even their outward actions. But what they cannot hide is the vibration of their soul. The energy of a chosen one is distinct. It carries the frequency of heaven itself. When you step into a room, you feel energies around you. Sometimes they are heavy, sometimes light, sometimes neutral. But when you encounter another chosen one, there is an undeniable shift in the atmosphere. It feels like two ancient flames recognizing one another. It is a spark that stirs your spirit before your mind even catches up. Pay close attention to this, because this is not imagination. This is spiritual awakening in real time. Chosen ones carry a unique vibration because they have been refined in fire. They have walked through storms that most cannot imagine. Their energy is not fragile. It is fortified. It holds the weight of divine encounters, spiritual battles, and victorious breakthroughs. When your spirit senses this energy in another, it responds instantly, like a tuning fork vibrating at the same frequency. You may feel an immediate sense of familiarity, as though you have met before, even if this is your first encounter. This is not coincidence. This is the language of the Spirit. God has designed the energy of His chosen ones to be recognizable to one another. It is how the scattered soldiers of the kingdom find their allies. When you feel this resonance, do not dismiss it. Lean into it. Allow your spirit to discern what your natural mind cannot yet understand. Recognizing the energy is the first key to unlocking divine connections. I want you to reflect for a moment. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant peace around them? Not just a calm atmosphere, but a deep, almost ancient familiarity. That is the energy recognition I am speaking about. It is the soul's way of saying, here is one who walks the same path. Here is a fellow chosen one. Write 333 in the comments if you have experienced this. Let us see how many of you have felt this powerful, undeniable pull. This recognition goes beyond comfort. Sometimes, it even feels intense. The energy of another chosen one can feel like a mirror reflecting your own light back to you. In their presence, you may feel your spirit rising, as if waking up from sleep. Conversations flow effortlessly, even without preparation. Silence between you feels safe, not awkward. Your spirit feels seen, heard, and understood at a level that is rare in this world. But let me also warn you, chosen one, not everyone who appears radiant carries the true energy of the chosen. There are those who imitate the light, but lack the divine spark within. This is why discernment is crucial. When the energy is true, your spirit will know. There will be no striving, no confusion, no forced connection. True energy recognition feels natural, like two rivers meeting and flowing as one. It does not drain you, it fills you. It does not leave you anxious, it leaves you affirmed. Chosen ones are like spiritual beacons. They emit signals not only to each other, but also to the unseen realms. This is why the enemy often tries to cloud your discernment, to make you doubt what your spirit senses. But trust the energy. Trust the resonance. It is one of the most reliable signs you have been given by God to recognize your spiritual family. As you continue to grow in your spiritual awakening, your sensitivity to energy will sharpen. What once felt like a vague feeling will become clear and undeniable. You will walk into environments and immediately know where the light dwells and where darkness hides. You will meet people and feel the vibration of their souls before a single word passes between you. Chosen one, embrace this gift. Do not fear it. Use it as a compass on your journey. It will lead you to the allies heaven has appointed for you. These divine connections are not just for companionship. They are for the advancement of your calling, the fulfillment of your assignment, and the strengthening of your spirit. Now that you understand the power of energy recognition, prepare yourself. The next step will take you even deeper into the shared experiences and battles that mark the lives of chosen ones. Stay with me, because the revelation continues to unfold. Chosen one, now that you understand the power of energy recognition, let us go deeper into something even more profound. It is the reality of shared spiritual battles and victories. When you encounter another chosen one, you will notice something that goes far beyond surface-level similarities. You will find that your stories echo one another. Even though you have walked separate paths, it feels as though you have fought in the same wars, faced the same giants, and tasted the same bittersweet victories. Chosen ones are forged in the fires of adversity. Your trials have been intense not because you are weak, but because you are destined for greatness. God allows the pressure because He knows the treasure He placed within you. And when you meet another chosen one, you will see that they too carry the marks of battle. There is a knowing in their eyes, a depth in their words, a strength in their spirit that can only come from surviving storms meant to destroy them. What is remarkable is how you will find these similarities without needing to explain every detail. A simple conversation about life's challenges quickly turns into a profound exchange of testimonies. You discover that they too have faced betrayal, isolation, rejection, and intense spiritual warfare. They too have questioned their path, wrestled with purpose, and cried out to God in the silence of long nights. This shared experience creates a bond that no worldly relationship can replicate. Chosen one, I need you to hear this clearly. When you recognize that someone has walked through similar fires, do not dismiss it as coincidence. This is confirmation. This is the evidence that you are not the only one carrying the weight of divine calling. God is showing you that others have been refined just like you, and together your experiences can strengthen and uplift one another. There is great power in shared victories as well. It is not just about surviving the battles, but celebrating the triumphs. When you meet another chosen one, you will find that they celebrate your wins as if they were their own. Why? Because they understand the cost of every step you took to get there. They know the sleepless nights, the silent prayers, the warfare fought on your knees. There is no envy, no competition, only mutual honor and joy. This is the beauty of divine connection between chosen ones. Think about it, chosen one. Have you ever shared a struggle or a breakthrough with someone, and before you could finish, they nodded with understanding, as if they had lived it themselves? If you have experienced this, comment 444 below. Let us acknowledge these sacred moments together, for they are not ordinary. They are divine alignments unfolding before your very eyes. This shared journey builds unshakable trust. When you find another who carries familiar battle scars, you instinctively know that they will not belittle your pain, nor minimize your victories. They carry the wisdom of the battlefield, the compassion of a fellow warrior, and the encouragement of someone who understands the cost of your calling. These relationships become pillars in your life, holding you up when the winds of adversity blow hardest. Understand this, chosen one. Shared battles and victories are a divine tool for recognition because they point to the hand of God working in both lives. They reveal a pattern of divine molding where two souls have been shaped by the same master potter. This recognition is not just for comfort, but for purpose. God connects his chosen ones so they can sharpen one another, intercede for one another, and walk boldly together toward the fulfillment of their heavenly assignments. And let me tell you something else. These shared experiences often lead to shared missions. Do not be surprised if the chosen ones you recognize become partners in purpose. God may very well align your paths not just for encouragement, but for action. Together you will tear down strongholds, break chains, and advance the kingdom of heaven in ways you could not do alone. So, chosen one, remain watchful. Pay attention to those whose lives mirror your own spiritual journey. Listen to their stories, feel their victories, understand their wounds. In doing so, you will find not just a reflection of your own path, but a companion for the road ahead. These are the ones heaven is placing in your life to remind you that though the battle is fierce, you never fight alone. Stay with me, because what comes next will open your eyes to how divine conversations and insights flow naturally when chosen ones connect. The journey of recognition continues, and each step brings you closer to divine understanding. Chosen one, as we continue on this divine journey, I want you to truly open your heart to what I am about to tell you next. This sign is something that has probably been quietly unfolding in your life without you fully realizing its significance. You see, when your spiritual powers begin to activate, you will feel an undeniable pull toward solitude and deep inner reflection. It will happen so naturally that you might not even question it at first. But let me assure you, this is one of the clearest signs of your spiritual awakening. It is not loneliness, chosen one. It is divine isolation for divine preparation. There was a time when you may have enjoyed the noise and company of the crowd, when being constantly surrounded by people gave you a sense of belonging. But something has shifted within you. Now, you find yourself craving silence, craving space away from the distractions of the world. Where once you sought external validation, you now find comfort in your own thoughts, in your own company, and in the quiet moments of stillness where your spirit can breathe freely. Chosen by God, understand this deeply. Solitude is not a punishment for the chosen ones. It is a sacred space where your soul can align with divine wisdom without interference. It is in these quiet places that God whispers revelations to your heart, that clarity begins to replace confusion, and that you can hear the still, small voice guiding your steps. The noise of the world can drown out the voice of heaven, but solitude clears the channel. It sharpens your sensitivity and allows your spirit to rise above the chaos. Many of you have felt this shift strongly. You have found yourself distancing from old friends, old environments, even old habits. It is not because you despise them, but because your spirit no longer feels fed in those spaces. There is a hunger growing inside of you for truth, for peace, for divine connection. And this hunger cannot be satisfied in crowded rooms filled with shallow conversations and empty distractions. Only in the quiet can your soul feast on the nourishment it truly seeks. Chosen one, do not resist this pull toward solitude. Embrace it fully, for it is in these moments alone with your thoughts and your Creator that your spiritual muscles grow stronger. The world may not understand your desire for isolation. They may accuse you of being antisocial or withdrawn, but you know, deep within, that this is necessary. You are being set apart for something greater. You are being hidden for refinement, like a precious gem that is polished in secret before it is revealed to the world. This time of solitude is where your inner reflection becomes your compass. You begin to examine your thoughts, your patterns, your intentions with greater honesty. You start to see where you have been held back by fears, where you have compromised your truth, where you have allowed the opinions of others to cloud your divine identity. And as you reflect, you realign. You shed the layers that no longer serve your higher purpose and embrace the purity of your calling. Chosen one, have you noticed how in solitude answers come more easily? How clarity dawns without the need for noise or external advice? This is because the divine within you is awakening. The wisdom of the ages is being stirred in your spirit. What once felt like uncertainty now feels like divine assurance. What once seemed like confusion now feels like clarity. This is the power of inner reflection, and it flourishes in the soil of solitude. Let me tell you something that will give you peace. Many great chosen ones throughout history experienced seasons of isolation before their public rise. Prophets, healers, visionaries, all were called into solitude for a time of preparation. Even our greatest spiritual examples were led away from the crowds to seek divine connection before stepping into their mission. You are walking the same path. Heaven is drawing you closer, not to abandon you, but to equip you for what lies ahead. If you have felt this natural attraction to solitude, I want you to declare it right now in the comments. Comment 333 to confirm that you recognize this sign unfolding in your life. Let this be your acknowledgement to the universe that you understand this is not emptiness, but sacred preparation. I must also tell you, chosen one, that this season of solitude will not last forever. It is a necessary phase, but it is not your permanent state. There will come a time when you are called back into the world, when your voice will be needed, when your presence will be required to light the way for others still lost in darkness. But when that time comes, you will step out of solitude not as the same person who entered it, but as a refined vessel of divine purpose, carrying the wisdom and power you cultivated in the secret place. So embrace this season with joy, chosen one. Use it to listen deeply, to reflect honestly, and to prepare thoroughly. Heaven is not silent in your solitude. Heaven is speaking louder than ever, and you, with your activated spiritual senses, are perfectly positioned to receive every word. As we continue, I will reveal the next undeniable sign of your spiritual powers awakening. Stay with me, because each revelation builds upon the last, bringing you closer to the fullness of your divine identity. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, and the best is yet to come. Chosen one, as you continue to walk in the power of your spiritual activation, you will notice something remarkable, something you cannot ignore even if you try. Your thoughts, your words, your actions, they begin to manifest into reality at a pace you have never experienced before. The world calls it karma, the spiritual law of cause and effect. But for you, chosen one, it operates on a much higher frequency. Because you are chosen. By God, your spiritual energy is elevated, and heaven does not delay in reflecting your intentions back to you. You may have already begun to see this happening. Perhaps you thought of something, and within days or even hours it appeared before you. Perhaps you made a decision in your heart, and suddenly the circumstances around you began to shift in alignment with that decision. Or maybe you spoke words, whether in frustration or in faith, and you watched as life unfolded exactly as you declared. This is not coincidence. This is spiritual acceleration. This is instant karma, tailored for the chosen ones whose powers have been activated. Let me explain this to you clearly. When your spiritual powers are active, the universe treats your energy with seriousness. There is no longer room for casual intentions or careless words. Your life is operating under divine laws, and what you project is returned to you swiftly. Positive thoughts bring positive outcomes. Negative energy attracts lessons with urgency. It is as though the spiritual realms are saying, "We must not delay with this one, for they are marked for a higher purpose." Chosen one, this is why you must be deeply mindful of your inner world. The power you carry is not to be handled lightly. Your words are seeds, and your thoughts are the waters that grow them. When you think thoughts of abundance, healing, and divine guidance, you are summoning these realities into your life with remarkable speed. When you speak blessings over yourself and others, those blessings begin to manifest. But when you allow fear, doubt, or negativity to dominate your mind and tongue, the consequences return quickly, not to punish you, but to correct your course. You see, because you are chosen by God, there is a spiritual urgency to keep you aligned with your purpose. Heaven cannot allow you to drift too far from your calling. This is why you experience instant karma, both positive and corrective, as a way to shape you, refine you, and ensure you stay on the path of your divine destiny. What takes others years to realize comes to you in weeks, even days, because your timeline is accelerated. There is also a beauty in this, chosen one. Because your manifestations come quickly, you are given the opportunity to co-create with the divine in real time. You can witness the power of your alignment, the truth of your faith, and the responsiveness of the universe to your energy. This builds your trust in the process. It strengthens your belief in the unseen, because you no longer rely on hope alone. You have visible, undeniable evidence that your spiritual powers are alive and working. Have you noticed, chosen one, how sometimes you think of someone and they call you unexpectedly? Or how you pray for clarity and an answer arrives almost immediately? Have you seen how doors open after you finally make a firm decision within yourself? These are all signs of your heightened manifestation power. Comment 777 below if you've experienced this divine acceleration in your life. Let us celebrate this confirmation together as proof of your spiritual growth. But let me also guide you with wisdom. With great power comes great responsibility. The swiftness of your karma and manifestations is not only a gift, but also a test of your maturity. You must now choose your thoughts with care. You must weigh your words before they leave your mouth. You must align your actions with your highest intentions, because the spiritual laws governing your life are more responsive than ever before. Chosen one, you are no longer like the masses who move through life unaware of the power they possess. You are awake. You are activated. You are living proof that when heaven marks someone for divine purpose, their life begins to move at a supernatural pace. Use this acceleration wisely. Use it to build, to heal, to uplift, and to draw closer to your purpose. I want you to remember this always. Your life is a living prayer now. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take is a petition sent into the spiritual realm. And because you are chosen by God, those petitions are processed with divine priority. Walk in this awareness daily. Let it guide your decisions, let it shape your mindset, and let it fuel your faith. As we continue, I will reveal yet another powerful sign that your spiritual powers are awakening. Stay with me, chosen one. With every revelation, you are stepping deeper into your divine understanding. You are not only recognizing these signs, you are living them. And soon you will move not just in awareness, but in mastery of your spiritual power. Chosen one, we have now arrived at one of the most beautiful and undeniable signs of your spiritual activation. If you have been paying close attention to the shifts within you, I know this will feel like a direct confirmation to your soul. There comes a moment in the life of every chosen one when they can no longer deny the growing closeness they feel to the divine. It surrounds them. It guides them. It comforts them in ways that words struggle to describe. This, chosen one, is the unmistakable sign of a stronger connection to the divine and the angelic realm. You may have already noticed this sacred connection deepening in your daily life. There are moments when you feel an invisible presence beside you, a quiet assurance that you are not walking alone. In times of doubt or fear, you sense a wave of peace washing over you, as if unseen hands are lifting the weight from your heart. These are not your imagination. These are the signs of divine companionship, proof that heaven walks beside you, step by step. Chosen by God, you were never meant to journey through this life in isolation. From the very beginning, angels have been assigned to your path. Divine guidance has been written into your story. But when your spiritual powers begin to awaken, this connection intensifies. What once felt distant now feels close. What once seemed like mere hope now feels like certainty. You begin to recognize the fingerprints of the divine in the smallest details of your life. Perhaps you have been seeing repeating numbers like 111, 333, or 777 appearing throughout your day. These are not coincidences, chosen one. These are divine signals, messages from the angelic realm confirming that you are in alignment with your higher purpose. They serve as reminders that heaven is speaking directly to you, guiding you along your path. Comment 333 below. If you have been seeing these divine numbers, let this be a sign that you are tuned in to the frequency of the divine. Beyond numbers, you may feel a deepened sense of knowing during prayer or meditation. It is as if your conversations with God have become clearer, more personal, more intimate. Answers that once felt delayed now arrive swiftly, sometimes even before you have finished your request. Your heart feels heard, your spirit feels understood, and you sense that your prayers are no longer one-sided, but part of an active, living dialogue with the Creator. Chosen one, this stronger connection is heaven's way of reassuring you that you are on the right path. It is a holy confirmation that your spiritual activation is real and progressing. And with this connection comes an increased awareness of the angelic presence around you. You may begin to feel sudden chills in moments of worship or reflection, a gentle brush of warmth across your skin, or a heightened awareness of being surrounded by light, especially in times of need. These are the moments when your guardians draw near, when the angels assigned to your journey make their presence known. But let me tell you something even more profound. This connection is not only about feeling accompanied or receiving signs. It is about stepping into divine partnership. You begin to co-labor with the spiritual realm, moving in harmony with the purposes of heaven. You feel inspired to act with compassion, to speak life into situations, to become a vessel of divine light wherever you go. This is the evidence of divine alignment, when your desires begin to reflect heaven's desires and your actions mirror the heart of God. Chosen one, you may also find that you are drawn to sacred spaces or practices more deeply than ever before. Prayer feels like home. Meditation feels like a reunion. Reading sacred texts fills you with insights that seem to leap off the page and settle directly into your spirit. These are not random experiences. They are signs of your growing intimacy with the divine. Heaven is feeding your soul because you are now ready to receive at a deeper level. And do not be surprised if you begin to receive guidance through visions or inner impressions. The angelic realm communicates not always through loud declarations, but often through quiet whispers in your spirit. Pay attention to these gentle nudges. Trust the divine instincts rising within you. What feels like intuition is often the voice of your angels steering you towards safety, purpose, and fulfillment. If you feel this connection growing stronger, declare it boldly in the comments. Comment 111 as a public affirmation of your divine alignment. Let the world and the heavens witness your acknowledgement that you are walking hand in hand with the unseen realm. Remember, chosen one, this connection is not a fleeting feeling. It is a permanent bond that strengthens as you continue to walk in obedience and faith. The more you cultivate this relationship, the clearer the guidance becomes, the stronger the presence feels, and the more miraculous your journey unfolds. You are never alone in this path. Heaven walks beside you, and the angelic realm surrounds you, cheering you on toward your destiny. As we move forward, I will guide you deeper into understanding not only the signs of your activation, but also the responsibilities and blessings that come with it. Stay with me, chosen one, because your spiritual awakening is only the beginning. The best is yet to come. Chosen one, now that you have come to recognize the sacred signs of your spiritual activation, it is time for you to understand something just as important. With the awakening of your spiritual powers comes great responsibility. This is not a gift to be taken lightly, nor is it something you can ignore now that you are aware of it. Whether you choose to embrace it fully or not, the weight of responsibility rests upon you because you have been chosen by God for a purpose greater than yourself. You see, chosen one, spiritual power is not given for personal gain or entertainment. It is given to fulfill a divine assignment. You are a vessel through which heaven moves. Your words carry life or death. Your actions ripple into the unseen realms. Every choice you make has a spiritual impact, and as your powers grow, so does the influence of your energy upon the world around you. This is why heaven accelerated your awakening. It is not only about your growth, but about the lives you are destined to touch. You must understand that people will be drawn to your light, and not all of them will come with pure intentions. Some will seek your guidance, genuinely hungry for the truth you carry. Others, however, will come to drain your energy, to benefit from your wisdom while giving nothing in return. Chosen one, you must learn to discern the difference. You must guard your energy fiercely while remaining open to those heaven sends your way. This is a delicate balance, and it requires wisdom that only comes from deep communion with the divine. Your responsibility also includes mastering your thoughts and emotions. Now that your manifestations have quickened and your energy impacts the atmosphere around you, you cannot afford to allow negativity or fear to linger in your mind. You are a co-creator with the divine, and what you focus on expands in your reality. Speak life. Think truth. Align yourself constantly with higher vibrations. When challenges arise, as they surely will, respond not with panic, but with the calm authority of one who knows they are guided by heaven itself. Chosen one, you are also called to be a beacon of hope in a world clouded by confusion and despair. There are many souls wandering in darkness, desperate for a glimpse of light, and your activated presence is that light. But let me be clear, This does not mean you must exhaust yourself trying to save everyone. Your duty is to shine authentically, to live your truth so brightly that those who are ready to awaken can see the path illuminated through you. You are not responsible for awakening everyone, but you are responsible for staying aligned with your purpose. Furthermore, there is a responsibility to grow continually in your spiritual understanding. Activation is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a lifetime of learning, refining, and expanding. Seek wisdom daily. Spend time in quiet reflection and prayer. Stay hungry for divine truth. The more you seek, the more heaven will reveal. And as you grow, you will find yourself entrusted with greater assignments, deeper revelations, and more profound experiences of the spiritual realm. You must also walk in humility. Though you carry great power, remember always that it is power given, not power owned. It flows through you, not from you. Stay grounded in this truth. Give glory to the one who chose you. Recognize that without the divine source, you are like a lamp without electricity. It is the connection to God that keeps your light burning brightly. Chosen one, if you accept this responsibility with a willing heart, declare it now in the comments. Write, "I accept," as your affirmation, your public commitment to honor the gifts you have been given. Let this moment be a covenant between you and heaven, a declaration that you will walk your path with integrity and purpose. Remember, the weight of responsibility is not a burden, but an honor. Heaven trusts you enough to place this mantle upon your shoulders. Wear it with dignity. Carry it with joy. And know that as you step fully into this responsibility, you will unlock blessings and revelations far beyond what you can imagine. Stay with me, chosen one, because we are not finished yet. There is still more to uncover, more to understand, and more to embrace. Your journey is unfolding beautifully, and as we move to the closing of this divine message, I will guide you into a final empowering revelation that will strengthen your spirit for the path ahead. Chosen one, as we come to the close of this message, I want you to take a deep breath and feel the weight of what has just been revealed to you. This is not just information, this is transformation. This is your confirmation from the divine that your spiritual powers are not only real, but they are active, alive, and moving through you at this very moment. You are not here by accident. You are here by divine appointment. Chosen by God, you were always meant to rise into this awakening, and now the time has come to embrace it fully. No more doubting yourself. No more shrinking back from your gifts. No more questioning whether you are truly chosen. You are. The signs have been clear. Heaven has spoken. And this message has reached you at the perfect time, because you are ready to step boldly into your calling. I want you to feel this deep in your spirit. You are not becoming the chosen one. You already are. All that is left is for you to fully claim it, to wear your divine identity with confidence and purpose. Chosen one, I urge you, embrace this activation with all your heart. Let go of the fear of the unknown. Release the hesitation that tries to hold you back. Step into the flow of your divine destiny. Trust that heaven walks with you, that angels surround you, that the Creator himself has placed his seal upon your life. You are a vessel of light in a world that desperately needs it. Shine without apology. Move without fear. Speak without hesitation. Before you leave this message, declare it boldly in the comments. Write, "I embrace my activation," and let heaven witness your commitment. Let the universe align to your decision. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and tap the bell icon so you continue to receive divine guidance crafted just for you, the chosen ones walking this sacred path. Remember this always. This is your time. This is your moment. Walk forward with your head high, your spirit strong, and your heart open to the journey ahead. The world awaits the full rise of the chosen ones, and now you are ready to answer that call.